In a lit lamp cord, the electrons creep less than 1/10 of a millimetre a second. A garden snail is 13 times faster, yet the light comes on the instant you flip the switch. Flip the switch, and the light is there. No wait, no delay your eye could ever catch. It feels like something arrived from the wall. Almost nothing about that is true. Inside that cord are loose electrons, tiny particles free to drift through the metal. They creep at about 7/100ths of a millimetre a second. A garden snail is roughly 13 times faster. For 200 years, nobody could pin this down. In 1834, Charles Wheatstone fired a spark through half a mile of coiled copper. His answer came out faster than light. The coiling had wrecked it. With no current at all, those electrons are already flying, 1,570 kilometres a second, but in random directions. Every way is equally popular, so nothing actually gets anywhere. Switch on, and every wild flight gains the same faint forward lean. Current is how much charge passes a point each second, shared among so many carriers that each one need barely move. The number came from Paul Drude in 1900, a metal pictured as a gas of loose electrons rattling between fixed atoms. That August in Paris, he still had to argue the electron existed at all. Now the real point. That cord is not empty, waiting for electricity to be sent down it. 2 meters of it already holds enough loose charge to run the lamp for 7 hours. Charge cannot pile up, so it only moves around an unbroken ring, and nothing is used up. But the electrons crawl, so watch closely what actually races to the bulb. Here's the part that surprises everyone. Nothing raced down the copper. The push travels through the space around the wire, in ordinary cable about 200,000 kilometres a second, 15 billionths of a second to the bulb. So the copper is not a pipe carrying energy. It is a guide rail that shapes the push. Charge gathers on the wire's skin and steers it round every bend. John Henry Poynting proved it in 1884, 13 years before anyone knew the electron existed. The energy flows in the space outside the wire and pours inward through its surface. Add up everything pouring in through the filament's surface, exactly the number printed on the bulb. It heats tungsten to about 2,500 degrees Celsius. That warming is the slowest step of all. This is why the whole grid works. Power crosses hundreds of kilometers at 400,000 volts. Not one electron makes that journey. The energy travels in the field. The charge stays home. And on the alternating current in your walls, the electrons don't even go one way. They shake back and forth 50 or 60 times a second across 1/100th the width of a hair. Next time you flick a switch, you can say exactly what happened. The cord was already full. The push flew through the field. The electrons barely moved. So current is not a delivery. It is a conveyor belt that was always there, given a push. See the field doing the work, and radio, motors and antennas all start to make sense. Thank you for watching. Our small team works tremendously hard on every one of these animations. Following, subscribing and sharing is what keeps Autos alive. There is a new video every day. See you tomorrow.